In this lecture, we are going to be talking about the document object model, or the DOM, and also events and timers. Before we explore the document object model, it will be really helpful if we look at how to debug JavaScript, which is what we're going to talk about in this section. Since JavaScript is not a compiled language, there is no compiler to tell us if we have syntax errors in the code or if something is incorrect. What we have to do instead is to execute the code and see if it stops working. However, there are two extremely helpful debuggers that we can use: Firebug, which is an extension for Firefox, and the built-in element inspector in Chrome. Using one of these two tools is essential in JavaScript programming. Both of these debuggers are similar in functionality. You can set breakpoints, inspect elements, and look at the values of the variables. To open up the element inspector, right-click on the screen and choose Inspect Element. Then click on the Sources tab and expand the navigation and select your JavaScript file in the left. Then you can click on a line number to set a breakpoint. When the code is executed, it stops at that particular line. You can mouse over something to get the value, or open up the console and you can execute your JavaScript code straight in the console window as if the code was being executed in the file itself. This is a great way to debug your code or to test out a new feature and to get the exact syntax for the value you want. Just like W3C analyzes your HTML documents and tells you what type of syntactical errors you have in your code, JSLint does the same thing for your JavaScript code. If your JavaScript code does not work, you can put it into JSLint and it will tell you what type of errors are in it or ones that don't meet the JavaScript standard. Another method to prevent hidden errors is to use the JavaScript strict mode. If you put this at the very top of your document, it turns on strict syntax checking. This shows an error if you are trying to assign an undeclared variable and stops you from overwriting key JavaScript system libraries with your own code. It also forbids you from using some unsafe or error-prone language features that might work in your current system or web browser, but might be a place for hidden errors later on. For those of you taking this class, it is required that all of your code runs in JavaScript strict mode.